such as Beaumont, Texas.
If it doesn't go 15 rounds, it will be Roger Mayweather laying on the canvas.
Right hand by Lockridge, and Mayweather is down. To the glamour of the French Riviera and a Monte Carlo matchup with Julio Cesar Chavez. Along the way, it has been a roller coaster career of triumphs and setbacks, comprising 11 years as a pro.
I'm primarily in my prime, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better, and I understand the reasons that I'm down now. And I think that it's within me, as a fighter as well as a person, to bring the best out.
Lockridge has twice brought out the best in IBF champion Tony Lopez, losing his title in 1988 and failing in the rematch earlier this year.
Everybody has their place and time, and it's his time now in terms of being above.
At Caesars Palace in Las Vegas for the Leonard Hearns fight. As we check out the tail of the tape, Zena with 4 inches in height on Rocky Lockridge. Everything else on the even side. How about the Fight Doctor RX? What does Rocky Lockridge have to do to come up with the victory?
I think Rocky's got to get in close to work on the inside, since Zena punches hard from the outside. And then Zena stands straight up so Rocky can loop his punches and connect effectively.
And what about the point of view from the Mike Zena camp?
He's got to use his strength to keep Rocky at a distance where his punches are effective. And better than that, he's got to keep the older Rocky off balance with a pressure attack. He cannot let up on Rocky.
Under Nevada rules, the scoring is on the 10-point must system handled by the 3 judges. A 3 knockdown rule is in effect, 3 knockdowns in 1 round, and the fight is over. The bell saves the fighter only in the final round, and no standing 8 count, although there is a mandatory 8. And the judges are all from the state of Nevada. Keith McDonald, John McSweeney, and Herb Santos. Now let's go to the ring for Jim Hall and the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caesars Tahoe. This match is scheduled for 10 rounds in the lightweight division. It is refereed by Mills Lane. Introducing first in the red corner, this young man is from San Jose, California. He weighs 133 pounds with a record of 16 wins against 2 losses and 1 draw, with 10 wins by knockout. Here's Mike Zena. Introducing now in the blue corner, this young man is from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. He weighs 132 pounds with a record of 43 wins against 7 losses and 35 wins by knockout. This is the former IBF and WBA junior lightweight champion of the world, Rocky Lockridge.
Good crowd on hand, better than 7,000, and most of the crowd rooting for the California Mike Zena.
Protect yourself at all times. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Let's get it on. Come on. All right.
Let's get it on, says Mills Lane. Not a man you want to mess around with, Ferdy. He is the district attorney in Reno, Nevada.
I thought he did very good in Lonesome Dove.
Yes.
Doesn't he look a lot like Robert Duvall to you?
Yes, uncanny resemblance. And this is round 1, scheduled for 10. It is an over-the-weight junior lightweight bout. Mike Zena comes in at 17-2, 11 by knockout. His most recent fight, May 10th in Oakland, he stopped Ruben Munoz in 6. He's won his last 2 by knockout after dropping 2 straight decisions, his only professional losses. Rocky Lockridge has been a slow starter in the past. He, of course, out of Tacoma, Washington, now living in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Record of 43-7, 35 by knockout.
Zena starting off not showing any respect at all. Hard body blows to Rocky Lockridge. And Rocky's looping those punches to the head, as we said, not connecting just yet.
From what we have seen of Zena, he is shown to be a stand-up style boxer. Appears to be good right hand by Lockridge. Usually Zena most comfortable with an opponent who will stand right in front of him. He is not a one-punch knockout artist, more of a combination boxer. Zena calls it combination power. He does have some power with the right hand.
Well, he's certainly throwing combinations now. Both of them are getting very close to each other, and the punches are landing effectively.
And this is the midway point of round one. Lockridge's last fight was back in March when he lost that rematch to Tony Lopez in another 12-round decision, fighting for the IBF Junior lightweight title. Made the mistake of staying in front of Lopez too long.
He got uppercutted a lot in that fight. In this fight, there has not been an uppercut, but boy, a lot of looping punches and hooks, and both men are punishing the body.
Lockridge had given the idea that he was strongly considering retirement after that loss to Tony Lopez, and you heard the comments of Mike Zena, who would like to push Lockridge in that direction.
Oh, there goes Zena. He's going in another direction.
So Zena put down here in round number one. And as you can see, a half-minute left in the round.
Solid punch caught Zena coming in. Remember, Rocky does have that punching power. He's spreading his legs way out. Is Rocky Lockridge now. Maybe too far to get the leverage he needs for that knockout punch. But he certainly has taught Zena a lesson this first round.
So much for the pattern of Rocky Lockridge starting slowly, which we have seen on many occasions, although not against Roger Mayweather when he came up with that first round knockout, and not here in round one against Mike Zena.
Perfect example of that looping right hand that put down Zena toward the end of the first round and certainly lost him the round 10-8.
So it is on to round two, and Lockridge gets in with the right hand once again.
The fact that Zena stands straight up and down makes him an inviting target to Rocky, who all of his career has been able to punch from all angles. He can come in, he can punch out. He is a veteran and complete fighter.
And Zena has gone down on the three previous occasions, twice to Mauricio Beltran, who defeated Zena by decision last November, and once put down by Armando Baeza, who also won by decision over Zena. Those his two professional losses.
To Rocky Lockridge outside those thick glasses. I keep telling him, I don't think you can see your opponents right when you get in. He denies it, but it still looks like he's squinting at him.
And again, Zena goes down off the combination from Lockridge. Second time Zena has gone down. The three knockdown rule is in effect, but that means three knockdowns in one round, and the fight is over.
Zena standing straight up and down and giving him no side-to-side motion. It's an open invitation to the right hand of Rocky Lockridge. He knows he can land it. It's 2 rounds now that he's down low blow just then by Zena.
This is the first part of our boxing doubleheader. Coming up later on Sports World, it will be Tony Lopez defending his IBF Junior lightweight title, going against Tyrone, the Harlan Butcher Jackson. That'll be coming up on Sports World.
One thing about Rocky is a real professor now. He doesn't get excited. That's what you're talking about when you say a veteran fighter. He just knows he's got him. He's going to take his time, and it'll come.
And we're down to 30 seconds remaining. In the second round, it is scheduled for 10. Rocky Lockridge has had his way against Mike Zena. Lockridge, the elder statesman of the Duva stable. That includes Evander Holyfield and Meldrick Taylor and Colonel Whitaker. Coming up on 10 seconds left now in the second. And Lockridge teeing off as this second round concludes.
right hand by Rocky Lockridge right there on the button. And down goes Zeno for another count. That's 2 rounds that he's been. Oh, now Rocky just went down.
Well, a sudden turn as Lockridge was surprised here in round 3. Lockridge has been down on a number of occasions. Lopez put him down in their last bout back in March. So Zena went down twice, once in the first, once in the second, and Lockridge looking very shaky.
He is in genuine trouble, is Rocky Lockridge. He got caught by a big left hook. He went down. He did not get up in good shape. He's been fighting back, and his corner is saying, don't try to fight back. Try to hold him.
They're yelling from the Lockridge corner, move around, stay away, you're too close to Zena.
And that voice you hear is not Duba, it's Johnny Bumpus. Bump City Bumpus yelling, move around, but Rocky cannot move around. His legs are dead on him.
Johnny Bumpus, one-time champion, now working the corner of Rocky Lockridge. They grew up together in the Tacoma, Washington area. Midway through round number 3, Lockridge now scoring with the uppercut.
Zena's letting a golden opportunity go by. I can't imagine a young man like this running out of gas in the 3rd round, but he has let Rocky off of a big, big hook. Rocky's still not himself. He's not sharp. But Zena is not doing anything to heighten his demise.
And the female voice you may occasionally be hearing is Carolyn Lockridge offering advice to her husband, who has certainly been able to get back into it. Less than a minute to go in round 3.
Zena should be inviting a punch-out where Rocky gets careless, but he's not. He is waiting for Rocky to get off first, and that's inexperience. He just doesn't know how lucky he is to have Rocky Lockridge this close to the end.
A good right hand by Lockridge amidst that flurry.
Another good right hand after that one, and it's got Zeno thinking.
Final seconds. Round 3. Zena went down in rounds 1 and 2. Lockridge put down here in the 3rd, but appears to have recovered.
Jay, today we're talking
old. Puts Rocky down, and it was a resounding knockdown. Look at that. And take another look at that, and you can see how flush on the jaw it was. When they say this kid's a combination puncher, Zena is a combination puncher, and every once in a while it comes zinging in there and knock the guy, his opponent down. He did that time. Rocky was lucky to survive that round.
And Mike Zena is one who feels he cannot be out-muscled, but he had never been in with a fighter of the caliber of a Rocky Lockridge, who is very strong for his size. Lockridge may be on the downside in terms of his career, but still represents a great deal of strength to the 21-year-old Mike Zena.
Remember that Rocky goes down, but he gets up fighting. He did with Tony Lopez. He's done it all his career. He is incredibly brave. He's got a big, big heart. And this round should tell us whether Rocky's on the way back.
Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Bertie Pacheco, outdoors at Caesars Tahoe Hotel and Casino in Lake Tahoe, Nevada.
That was a looping right hand. It missed, but boy, intention was there.
Zena is attempting to use some muscle now on Lockridge. Notice the left shoulder dipping into Lockridge.
He's trying to out-strengthen him now.
Mike Zena out of Los Angeles, now living in San Jose, California. Grew up in Mexico. His mother is Mexican. His father is Italian. He has fought his way out of poverty, and this is the biggest fight of his career.
Tell you, I might eat at his house.
Yes.
Both those cuisines are good.
showing great versatility at the dining table, I'm sure. Low blow by Zena. Good right by Lockridge.
Lockridge reverting to that style we've seen so many times where he just pity pats, and all of a sudden throws a very hard punch.
Under a minute remaining. In round 4, we've had knockdowns in each of the first 3 rounds. Zena going down twice, and Lockridge was stunned in round 3.
Now, why is Zena standing there taking all those shots without any attempt at a comeback when he should be going toe-to-toe with him? Duva hollering showtime. That's the code name, meaning 30 seconds left to go. Let it all go and win the round.
Snap it like you mean it, says Carolyn Lockridge. As we come to the end of the 4th.
You've just discovered.
And this is round 5 from Lake Tahoe. Rocky Lockridge and Mike Zena scheduled for 10. It is an over-the-weight junior lightweight bout.
Hey, good.
All we learned off that last round is that Rocky recovered and was fresher than the younger man who seemed to have been slightly out of gas. Zena has been punching very low. You would think the opposite is true since he's so much taller.
Yes, Zena at 5'9" has 4 inches on Lockridge. Lockridge with the great advantage in terms of experience. He has fought 135 championship rounds and 12 world title fights. The one-time WBA and IBF junior lightweight champion.
When you fought that much, you've seen it all. There's nothing new that can happen to you in the ring, including a knockdown. Rocky just doesn't get rattled. He goes right back to work.
And Lockridge went down, and in round 3, Zena hit the canvas in rounds 1 and 2. Good uppercut by Lockridge. Coming up on the halfway point of the 5th round. Again, Lockridge with that uppercut that scored. Later on, back at our New York studios, Gail Gardner will have more on the shocking death of John Matuzak. And we'll be hearing from Raiders owner Al Davis. That'll be coming up later on. And Zena putting some pressure on. Good right hand back behind the ear landed by Lockridge.
Zena breathing out of his mouth now and really looking a little the worse for wear and tear.
And he's been training here in Lake Tahoe with Tony Lopez, been a sparring partner for Lopez, so he feels he is better adjusted to the thin air here in Lake Tahoe. As mentioned earlier, Rocky Lockridge did not arrive until this past Monday.
He was training with Lopez, but he's fighting with Lockridge, and it's Lockridge that's getting him tired, not the altitude. It's these punches that are zinging in there and getting to him.
A strong round for Rocky Lockridge. We'll be back in a moment.
I used pressure-treated lumber, and I still have $800 in water.
What does the Fight Doctor scorecard show?
I have it 48-44 because Rocky's 2 big rounds, 1 and 2, were 10-8 rounds, as the third was a 10-8 round for Mike Zena. So Rocky comfortably ahead, 48-44, and he's got to worry this Zena because he punches.
Scoring is on the 10-point must system, handled by 3 judges, all from Nevada. You saw Lockridge again stumble back.
Rocky's legs aren't so great, but he's had so many fights. With the kind of punch that Zena's got, don't ever count him out of this fight. He's in this fight, and you just can't tell how much Rocky's going to take before he starts to really slow down.
And from the corner of Lockridge, Johnny Bumpus yelling, hey, you're throwing only 1 punch at a time. Step it up.
I don't know what he's watching, because all I can see is nonstop punching from Rocky Lockridge. He may not zing a jab in there, but the jab is like radar. It's just like to place his right hand.
Well, I think he's referring to the opening part of this 6th round. There's Carolyn Lockridge. So Rocky getting advice from his corner and then off to his left.
And I bet you Rocky can't hear anybody, but he can hear his wife clear as a bell. He's going to listen to that the rest of tonight.
There you go, jab. As Lou Duva says, don't use the jab. Just under 1 minute remaining in the 6th round. Right hand grazed Zena.
That was a 5-punch combination before that, with every kind of punch you saw ending up with an uppercut. So Rocky's trying hard.
Rocky Lockridge with a record of 43-7, 35 by knockout. A stinging uppercut from Lockridge, but Zena back with the combination.
Zena's punches are all arm punches when he comes forward. He's terribly out of balance, and his feet are not placed to punch hard.
And that will wrap it in round 6.
Fancy perfuming.
Watch Zena's feet, his lack of balance as he comes forward. His feet are all just crossed over. He has no power. But nonetheless, he was driving Rocky Lockridge back, and he had a good round.
And this is round 7 with the fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, Marv Albert from Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Bout scheduled for 10. Rocky Lockridge turned professional back in 1978. He's had 12 world title fights in a distinguished career. He's put Zena down twice in rounds 1 and 2, and Zena decked Lockridge in the 3rd.
Another aspect that we have neglected to say is that Zena has been taking heavy shots and taking them well. Outside of those first 2 times that he went down, he's been taking everything Rocky has landed. Uppercuts, right hands, everything. So that's a point also in favor of young Mike Zena.
And you wonder if this should go the distance and to the scorecards, even though Zena hails from San Jose, California, the crowd has been solidly behind him. And you wonder if that will have a degree of influence with the judges are all from the state of Nevada. Rocky has been on the wrong end of some tough decisions. Good combination by Lockridge.
Excellent attack with nothing back by Zena. Giving Zena enough opportunity to get off first and pile up some points here when he was well ahead in this round after that big flurry on the ropes.
Combination by Zena to shake up Lockridge with a half minute to go in the 7th round.
Neither man showing a great deal of zip here. They both look like they're sort of in modified slow motion. They're not really punching very hard. Here comes Rock on the attack.
Left hook by Lockridge. And down goes Zena. Final seconds of the round.
6, 7, 8. How we doing?
We'll be back in a moment.
Looping right hand is what's going to do it to Zena once again. There he goes again. That's the 3rd time that looping right hand has put down Mike Zena, and he's lucky it was that close to the bell.
So Zena has gone down 3 times in the 1st, the 2nd, and the 7th, and Lockridge looking to pour it on. Lockridge went down on the 3rd. Zena comes right back.
Zena's back, and he landed a good right hand. It buckled Rocky a little bit.
And the crowd urging Zena on as he was able to answer the onslaught from Lockridge.
Just when it looked like he was just hitting shoulders and nothing else, one got through to the jaw. Another low blow, series of low blows.
Excellent combination by Zena that again hurt Lockridge.
Boy, and Lockridge was riding that line there between getting very shaky. First of all, he let it all go in that 1st round. Very uncharacteristic of Rocky Lockridge. And then he got caught.
You wonder the effect on both boxers from the heat. 76 degrees outdoors, plus the television lights and the altitude.
And the age.
That of the case of Lockridge, who is 30 years old and certainly on the downside of a career that has been a shining one, but he was talking retirement after that loss to Tony Lopez back in March.
Hey, if you remember, he talked retirement after Chavez. I've never heard of a fighter retiring as many times in his mind as Rocky Lockridge did. But if he lost here, I think it would be a valid thought.
Oh, and Zena was hurt again. He's gone down for a 4th time. Looked to be the shot to the side.
7, 8.
He might have cracked the rib because I never saw a guy go
Over.
over.
It's all over. He could not get up. And Rocky Lockridge has stopped Mike Zena in round 8. As Zena went down for a 4th time. And Lockridge comes up with the victory. He is now 44-7. 36 by knockout, but certainly did not have an easy time. You mentioned retirement if he had lost, but you wonder if he should be thinking about ending the career even in this situation. I know that Lou and Dan Duva say no. Why should he if he can keep getting quality fights? And I'm sure that he's thinking, well, maybe he would get yet another shot at the title down the road.
I think that's the only thing that would keep him in, a thought of a title shot. As far as if he's going to have trouble with this type of fighter, then he should be thinking about retirement. Let's take a look at the end of this. The particular body shot must have fractured a rib or something, because I've never seen a guy go down that quick. That shot right there, now he goes down. I mean, that is a perfect example of a body shot taking your legs out from under you. You hear it and hear it and hear it. You never see it so specifically as here. There it is, right to the end. His legs just go. In a similar fashion that Spinks did with Tyson, a body shot that just took the legs right out from under him. Perfect example of it.
Zena tried to get up but could not, and the referee Mills Lane counted him out. We'll be back to talk with Rocky Lockridge right after we take this timeout. Zena going down for a 4th time, and in this instance could not get up. Now for the official decision, here's Jim Hall.
The fight ends at 2:20 of the 8th round. Winner by knockout, Rocky Lockridge.
Rocky Lockridge, in his first appearance since losing his rematch to Tony Lopez last March, has come through with the TKO. Let's go to the fight doctor with Rocky Lockridge.
Rocky, that punch to the body, what was it?
The devastating left hook. I leaned out. I fronted a jab. I faked the jab and leaned out to my left side so I can get some momentum on that left hook, and I landed it in deep.
All right. Of course, the question that's most important, are you retiring? Is it satisfactory performance?
Oh, Freddie, I'm back. I ain't been nowhere, but I'm back. I'm out to capture that title for the 3rd time. Here I am.
All right. You fought Lopez twice.
Bantamweight title from Philadelphia between Jeff Chandler and Jorge Lujan was overshadowed by one of the most bizarre boxing scandal stories ever. It involved an